On Monday, because you guys are Monday, Wednesday, Friday people, on Monday, we will review and then take our vocab quiz over these 10 words. Okay? So these are the words that we're going to quiz on Monday. Then, after we get done with that on Monday, we will go through your packet that you get today. You're going to get a packet today to review for the test. So we're going to go through that packet. So not a lot going on Monday. But then Wednesday, when you come in, we'll be taking the test. So if some of you are going to be gone on Wednesday of next week, then I'd like you to take the test on Monday. Do you understand? Okay, if you're going to be gone on Wednesday, let's get it taken Monday. Okay, now some of you are going to be at FFA on Monday, right? How many are at FFA Monday? 1, 2. Oh, that's not very many. Okay, so then you'll just have to get that quiz taken whenever. So, all right. So, whoops. All right. So what we're going to do now is just review what the chapter test is over, and then you'll get a packet to work on to get ready for the test, a practice test to get ready for the test, and then that'll be it for today. All right. How do we find this radius? The radius we could call R right there. How do we find the radius? Pythagorean theorem. What's C in this case? 20 is C because our right angle would be here. So C squared equals A squared plus B squared. So 20 squared equals 16 squared plus R squared. So 400 equals 256 plus R squared. If we subtract 256 from each side, R squared equals 144. And if we take the square root, what does R equal? 12. So the radius is 12. All right. Is AB tangent to that circle? Is AB tangent to that circle? Kind of looks tangent, but how can we tell? If it makes a right triangle. Is this a right angle? Question mark. Well, figure it out. We have to do the Pythagorean theorem again. C, A, B, C squared equals A squared plus B squared. Is 12 squared equal to 5 squared plus 10 squared? Is 144 equal to 25 plus 100? No, 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 no. It is not tangent because it doesn't make a right triangle. Perimeter. How do we find the perimeter? What is missing? Well, there's a 7 missing there, a 4 missing there, a 10 missing there, and a 3 missing there. Then once you add them up, what do you get? 48. The perimeter is 48. Okay. If this is 80 from here to here, what's this angle? Now, it is also 80 because it's a central angle. It contains the center of the circle. It's a central angle. If you go all the way across, then it's an inscribed angle, which is half the intercepted arc. But this is the same. So if this is 80, what's this angle right here? 80 because of vertical angle. So what's this arc here? 80. So what's this arc over here if this is a diameter right here? This is a diameter. This was 100, which makes this 100, which makes this 100, which makes this 100. Okay, should be good there. All right, how long is X there? If this part is 12, then what's this part? What's this whole thing? If this is 6 away and this is 6 away, what's this? They're the same. Okay? If they're both 6 away from the center, then they're both the same length. If this is 12 plus 12, which is 24, then this is 24. How do I figure out X here? Well, I redraw it. I redraw it to right there. Because a radius is a radius is a radius. Now 24 is this all the way across, so this one is 12 there. So Pythagorean theorem again. X squared equals 5 squared plus 12 squared. X squared equals 25 plus 144. X squared equals 169. What's the square root of 169? 13. The radius is 13. All right. A little earlier, I talked about inscribed angle. An inscribed angle is 1/2 of the measure of the intercepted arc. So what's the arc here? 82. Uh-oh. We have these. Okay. So, what's easier to find, the arcs or the angles in this case? The angles. Channing, what's C? It is 74. Okay. Thanks for waking up from your nap. Okay. What is D, Bruce? 94. Okay. So we got those two done. Okay. Now, if this is 86 up here, you can draw an angle here that takes up these two arcs. What's 86 times 2? 172. If you take 172 minus 44, you get 128. So A is 128. If you want to find B, B comes from C. We just figured out, Channing just told us that that's 74. If that's 74, 74 times 2 is what? 148. If that's 148, and this part is 128, what's left for here? Just 20.
Wait, how did they get 74 and 94?
Because these two add up to 180, and these two add up to 180. Okay? When you have a quadrilateral inside of a circle, then opposite angles equal 180. A is an inscribed angle. How big is A? $39. Because the angle is 1/2 of the intercepted arc. This is 78. You take half of that. Okay? B intercepts an arc that starts here and goes to here. How much of a circle is that? Half of a circle. Half of a circle is how many degrees? 180. So B would be half of that, which is 90. This is a 90-degree angle. C. Okay? Well, if this is half of a circle over here, and this is 78 over here, what's left for over here? 102. Now, the picture is deceiving. It's not drawn to scale at all, because 78 looks a lot bigger than 102 does, but it is what it is. Okay? Just not drawn to scale. Okay. What would you find first here? X or Y? I would find Y first, because there's 360 degrees in a circle. So if you take 360 degrees minus 246, what's left? 134, right? 114. There we go. 114. So if this is 114, what's X? What do? Divide by 2 and you get 57. Some of you struggled with this on the homework for a little bit until you figured out how easy it was. Angle A is right here. It cuts off 64 degrees. So it's an inscribed angle. What's half of 64 degrees? 32 degrees. CE is cut off this angle right here. That's 24. So if the angle is 24, how long is CE? 48. C is right here. It cuts off the 64. So just like A was 32, C is 32 because they cut off the same arc. They cut off the same arc. D. Angle D cuts off 80 degrees, so it would be 40. And angle ABE starts here and goes here. ABE. So what's 48 plus 80? 128. So if you take half of 128, you get 64. Okay, inscribed angles. One more of inscribed angles. If this is 56, what's little a way in there? A is 28. This would be 56 right here, but if you go all the way across, it's 28. The inscribed angle is half the intercepted arc. So this is the diameter of the circle right here. So it cuts off 180 degrees. So if there's 180 degrees over here and this is 56, what's left for the bigger arc? 124. Angle B is part of a tangent and a chord, tangent and diameter actually, that cuts it off. So it's half the intercepted arc. So what's angle B? 62, because the angle is half the intercepted arc. What's C then? What's left for C? 52, because it's half of this arc. That's 104. Okay, now when lines cross inside a circle, do you add or subtract? When the angle is on the inside of the circle, you add. You take angle Y equals 1/2 of 104 plus 62. So it's 1/2 of 166. What's half of 66? 166. 83. So this is an 83-degree angle. To find x, this is x. This part over here is 14, 10, and 8. So this times this equals this times this. X times 14 equals 10 times 8. Well, 14x equals 80. If we divide by 14, it's some weird decimal. So it's around 5 point what? About 5.7. Okay? If the angle's on the outside of the circle, instead of adding, we subtract. So angle Z equals 1/2 of the big arc minus the little arc. Angle Z equals 1/2 of 90. So angle Z is 45. Again, X is on the outside of the circle. An angle on the outside, you take the big arc minus the little arc. If this is 110 from here to here, what is it from here to here? 250, because there's 360 degrees in a circle. So angle X equals 1/2 of the big arc minus the little arc. So it's 1/2 of 140, which is 70. So here, outside times the whole thing equals outside times the whole thing. Outside times the whole thing equals outside times the whole thing. That's how you do those. So 24 times 34 equals 28 times 28 is like 754, 784, 784 plus 28x. 24 times 34 is 816.
812.
812. No, it can't be. 4 times 4 is 16. 24 times 34.
816. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, thank you. So if we subtract 784 from each side, 28x equals 32. Divide by 28. X equals somewhere around 1.1. So the picture's off a little bit, but that's how you do it. Okay, outside times the whole thing equals outside times the whole thing. All right, so for the rest of the class period, you will practice this stuff on a sample test, and then once you're